Welcome to the ultra-modern, hyper-expensive financial hub of South America. Santiago projects images of a highly developed, pristine, and European-style metropolis. A soaring financial engine where glittering glass skyscrapers, high-speed corporate networks, and the colossal backdrop of the snow-capped Andes Mountains create a stunning urban environment. But behind this polished, organized exterior lies a sifting network of tactical street crime and the highest cost of living on the entire continent. Santiago is a city that ruthlessly penalizes unprepared travelers through hidden corporate pricing structures and hyper-sophisticated distraction scams before you can even locate your first vineyard. If you want to conquer the Chilean capital without destroying your net worth, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on all notifications. Do not let the clean appearance of the modern skyline blind your financial and safety radar. Let us deconstruct the Santiago pricing and safety structure. To truly decode this volatile economic landscape, you must confront its brutal price tag. Santiago operates closer to European pricing than South American realities, meaning basic supermarket goods, daily transit, and standard dining will trigger immediate financial shock. If you arrive here blindly swiping a standard foreign credit card without monitoring the local exchange fees, you will pay premium rates for basic survival assets. To bypass this institutional financial trap, you must learn to balance your digital transactions. Always utilize banking options optimized for direct local currency conversion and avoid the high-rent commercial zones for your daily essentials. The absolute premier timeline to execute your Santiago expedition is during the spring months from September to November, or the autumn months from March to May. During these shoulder seasons, the weather is beautifully mild, and the thick winter smog that routinely traps pollution over the valley is completely clear. Furthermore, these precise months completely avoid the massive domestic holiday crowds of January and February, allowing you to secure premium midtown lodgings for a fraction of peak summer rates while enjoying the spectacular mountain clarity. The clinical extraction of your travel capital triggers the exact millisecond you clear customs at Arturo Merino Benítez International Airport. Curbside taxi drivers outside the terminal gates are notoriously aggressive, targeting arriving foreigners with highly inflated flat rates or utilizing altered digital meters. To bypass this immediate fiscal drain, completely avoid the unregulated street drivers. Instead, utilize the highly efficient and secure official airport bus networks, known as Centropuerto or Tourbus, which safely transport you to the central metro stations for less than $3. If you prefer a private vehicle, strictly use official transport counters inside the terminal or verified ride-hailing applications like Cabify. This massive corporate footprint channels you straight into a heavily segregated lodging bottleneck. The accommodation market in Santiago is strictly dictated by geographical safety boundaries. Booking cheap apartments near the central station or the historic center might look attractive online, but these zones transform into high-risk territories immediately after dark. To optimize your lodging capital, shift your search entirely toward the highly secure residential enclaves of Providencia or the quiet streets of Barrio Italia. Connected perfectly by the clean and efficient Santiago Metro, these neighborhoods offer trendy boutique hostels, private apartment rentals, and secure local guest houses at highly competitive rates. For the global workforce of digital nomads, Santiago presents a highly advanced but culturally restrictive workspace ecosystem. The city features blazing, fast fiber optic internet, but independent cafes enforce a strict table turnover policy that is fiercely hostile to laptop users. They intentionally remove power outlets and lock public wireless access. If you must run your remote digital business seamlessly, bypass the commercial coffee shops entirely. Your premier sanctuaries are the public libraries, such as the Biblioteca de Santiago, or the modern communal spaces inside the cultural centers, which offer expansive desks and dependable internet access completely free of charge. Navigating Santiago's world-class cultural landscape requires sharp planning to unlock incredible free access. The historic Palacio de la Moneda features beautiful inner courtyards and cutting-edge subterranean art galleries that cost absolutely nothing to explore. For a deep look into the artistic heritage of Chile, plan your cultural itinerary around the National Museum of Fine Arts, which opens its doors completely free of charge to the public. This allows you to witness monumental South American masterpieces without draining a single Chilean peso from your travel budget. For an elite panoramic view of the endless skyscraper horizon without paying premium observation deck fees, skip the tourist-heavy rooftops. The iconic Costanera Center features the highest viewing deck on the continent but charges a steep entry ticket. To bypass this corporate markup, head straight to the historic Cerro Santa Lucía, a beautifully landscaped hill in the center of the city featuring fountains and castles that provides staggering views for absolutely zero cost. For an even higher vantage point, hike up the trails of Cerro San Cristóbal instead of paying for the expensive tourist funicular, capturing the true scale of the Andes Mountains on your own terms. Dismantling Santiago's brutal culinary prices requires a total boycott of high-rent tourist restaurants in the Lastarria and Bellavista neighborhoods, which target wealthy foreigners with inflated international pricing. To find the true, authentic culinary soul of the city, you must master the local lunchtime culture. Look for neighborhood venues displaying the sign for Menú del Día, which is a fixed-price three-course lunch including a starter, main dish, and dessert. This traditional corporate lunch hack provides heavy-duty, elite-quality fuel for less than $7 to $9, bypassing the expensive dinner inflation completely. For the ultimate street food fuel, explore the local neighborhood bakeries and open-air markets. Locate an independent bakery and order a traditional empanada de pino, a massive golden pastry pocket packed with minced beef, onions, raisins, and a hard-boiled egg. On the streets, look for vendors selling warm sopaipillas, which are crispy, deep-fried pumpkin dough discs topped with savory pibre salsa. Paired with a cold glass of mote con huesillo, a traditional sweet summer drink made from dried peaches and husked wheat, this massive street combination costs less than $3. If you desire to experience Chile's world-famous wine heritage on a calculated budget, skip the expensive private vineyard tours advertised at your hotel. Local tour companies charge astronomical fees for basic tastings that you can easily arrange independently. Simply walk into a standard neighborhood supermarket where the local shelves are packed with world-class Cabernet Sauvignon and Carmenere bottles for less than $5 to $7. Pair this with fresh local cheeses from a neighborhood market, and you have created an elite culinary experience for a fraction of the corporate tourist cost. When evaluating personal safety, Santiago requires a hyper-elevated level of urban vigilance that focuses on highly sophisticated distraction techniques rather than overt violence. The historic Plaza de Armas is a primary hunting ground for professional pickpocket syndicates. Their most notorious strategy is the bird poop distraction scam, where an accomplice accidentally spills a white chemical liquid onto your clothing or backpack. As a seemingly friendly stranger steps forward to help clean the mess, a second thief silently extracts your smartphone and wallet. If anyone spills anything on you, immediately break contact, refuse all assistance, and walk directly into a secure building. The public transit system requires equal measures of security vigilance. The Santiago Metro is exceptionally clean and efficient, but during peak rush hours, organized pickpocket groups utilize heavy crowding to execute silent thefts. They use the bump and grab method, cutting backpack straps or sliding hands into front pockets as passengers push onto the trains. To guarantee your personal safety, always wear your backpack on your chest. Keep your hands firmly over your pockets, and never flash luxury tech or expensive jewelry openly while navigating the underground transit stations. What luxury lifestyle travel vloggers deliberately hide from you is that the city's nightlife zones require strict behavioral boundaries. The Bohemian neighborhood of Bellavista is famous for its vibrant bars and clubs, but it's experiencing a sharp rise in target opportunistic crime after midnight. Independent travelers frequently face drink-spiking risks and predatory unregistered street taxis waiting outside venues. To maintain absolute safety, always monitor your beverages closely, travel in groups during late-night hours, and strictly use digital ride-hailing applications to secure your journey back to your accommodation. Santiago is undeniably an architectural marvel, a triumph of geographic wonder, and the orderly gateway to the rugged landscapes of Chile. The absolute grandiosity of the Andes Mountains framing the modern glass towers of Sanhattan, the richness of the local street food, and the efficiency of the urban infrastructure are completely real. But it is a destination that will ruthlessly exhaust your finances and your security if you try to navigate it blindly. By choosing strategic shoulder seasons, utilizing official transit networks, dining on local lunch menus, and maintaining sharp urban vigilance, you can shatter the Chilean price barrier, experiencing the absolute best of this South American giant entirely on your own terms. Hit that subscribe button right now. Would you challenge Santiago's high-vigilance, high-cost corporate grid, or do you prefer a more predictable budget escape? Comment your smart strategies below. Safe travels.